How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to another Cyberpunk 2077 video. We got a little bit of speculation today. I want to talk about mini games. You know, it's one of the lesser known or lesser talked about things, right? You don't really hear a lot of people discussing it. And when I talk about mini games, you know, a lot of people could logically, you know, assume that, well, there's in the Netrunner field, there's sort of a mini game aspect to, you know, hacking in for, you know, maybe brief periods of times or long, elongated periods of times, and there's a lot of different stuff you could do inside of there, which is kind of a mini game thing. But really what I want to discuss is something that's like a textbook mini game, something that doesn't necessarily have to help drive the story, something that doesn't have to you know, progress the game any further, something that you can just make a little bit of money in your or eddies in your, you know, in your spare time, or just have some fun. Textbook mini games, you know, kind of like, I'm not saying this to be in the game, but for an example, like in Red Dead Redemption, you have, you know, the five-fingered fillet, whatever it's called, where they stab the finger, right? You try not to stab your finger. There's a lot of stuff like that I want to kind of talk about for Cyberpunk 2077. And so naturally, I went to Reddit, and the first thing that pops up is when you type in the mini games is Gwent. And if anybody knows anything, you know, Witcher 3, Gwent became really popular, so popular it kind of became its own game, and they launched its own game, and it's not really like their most I guess financially successful game, you know, side game or mobile game or however you want to call it, but it is a full mini game inside the game, and it got so popular that they was able to create a game out of that separately, right? A lot of people logically started talking about that in the Reddit, but I really don't think that's really going to happen. I just really don't. There's already a card game out called Netrunner, and it's in the Cyberpunk universe, not necessarily Cyberpunk 2077 universe, but the Cyberpunk genre. And I guess they could acquire that, but there'd be like some copyright issues and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't think that's. I just think that that's kind of an obvious go-to, and I don't think they would do that. I think they want to keep something fresh, keep something new, right? So what I would like to see and speculate about is obviously some basics, you know, like being as it's so neon-y, you know, and so many lights and stuff like that. You want to see like an arcade, and you see some of that kind of stuff like in the, I guess in the trailer a little bit, like different shops, stuff like that. So it's naturally not a big push to say that there would be an arcade and you can go in and actually play different types of games. And being as Cyberpunk 2077 is in our same universe and our world, right? You could have you know, little fake mock-ups of Galaga and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And that'd be kind of cool to go inside and play futuristic, advanced arcade style games inside of Night City somewhere. You know, that would be really kind of cool, I think. Now also, I think sports would be a natural progression in the world, you know, especially on the California coast. Sports are a big thing there, and boxing is already seen in the trailer, right? So this could be sort of like a mini game where, you know, you just step in the ring and try to advance yourself in the rankings, and it's kind of like remember how Oblivion you had the arena and you advanced in stages and you became champion of the arena, and it didn't really have that much to do with the story too much. You can just go do that separately and that be its own thing. I think that could be a cool thing with the boxing, and actually, you know, maybe you can get in different fields of boxing, like either you're part cybernetics or you're as human as possible, you know what I mean? And you have to fight those, like the robot you see there, maybe it's a training robot, or maybe they actually soup up robots. You actually have to fight them before you have to just fight other people, right? And then the natural logical progression of that would be arena matches. Maybe you can jack in or be sort of like a brain dance simulation where you're actually are participating in an arena, not yourself, your body, but you're projected into somebody else, into your own avatar, and you're out there shooting and having fun in an arena style combat type of thing, right? Is that kind of sort of like a mini game? I don't know, but I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be, if you guys could visualize that, I think that'd be really nice. Also, I think racing in Night City, that'd be kind of cool. Just something like a side thing you can do, just a side game. But a lot of people, you know, talk about casinos, like La Hacienda says in the source book. And casinos are kind of cool. I like to see some natural, a natural cyberpunk progression of gambling, of any like roulette or any sort of blackjack, you name it. Like I would love to see like a futuristic Texas Hold'em style, just however it advance in 2077, from now to 2077. How would cards and stuff like that be different? Would it be exactly the same? I don't know, you guys have to let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I know I'm rambling, and this video is not scripted, but I just really, it was kind of bugging me. I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about it. And now my final, I guess, theory or speculation would be brain dances. I think it would be kind of cool, almost like a mini game, kind of like a side mission, but didn't really have too much to do with the story. If you just wanted to get random brain dances that had nothing to do with the story you're particularly are partaking in, right? And that kind of would give you insights to historical references to Night City or stuff like that, and you could actually, you know, be in those brain dances, and you could navigate the brain dance however you want. Of course, it's a limited area for you to explore, but you can do the brain dance multiple times and do different routes and find different people, talk different things, however the brain dance would play out. I know it's from somebody's personal experience, but I think that'd be kind of cool if they would allow a little bit of maneuverability within a brain dance, and that would be kind of like a mini game, but really like arcades, you know, or pool or something like that. I'd like to see some sort of cyberpunk advancement on that. I don't know how that would be, you know, what would happen, but if you could picture some sort of cyberpunk, like a natural progression of one of our modern day sporting events, and just put a cyberpunk spin on it, and how would that be, and what would that look like? Would you have something like rollerball from Alita, you know what I mean, or would you have something like that? Would those even count as mini games? Just something like small, just to do on the side, doesn't necessarily have to do with anything with a story. I don't know, I'm rambling here, so I'm going ahead and go end the video, but let me know what you guys are thinking, you know, because mini games are something that you could spend a hell of a lot of time on, especially in a game that's already going to be this big, right? So, and if you've ever been caught moonwalking in the bread aisle of a grocery store, make sure you like and subscribe, and until next time, peace out.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop.